Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to Stretford Paddock. I am Adam McCullough. This is your daily Manchester United news brought to you by me, Adam McCullough. Not me, Jay, with my bald head outside Old Trafford, giving you a daily weather report. Or me, Joe, looking like it's my birthday in about 3 days' time. No, this is me, Adam McCullough, bringing you the latest. And we have got loads to get stuck into today. We are talking about a new member of staff in Ralph Rangnick's side. Yes, Ralph Rangnick bringing in more assistants, more coaches to obviously replace some of those that have left and to help him get acquainted with this Manchester United team. We're also talking about Anthony Martial and Phil Jones potentially finding teams and moves away from Manchester United, as well as the reason why Manchester United could be looking or are looking for a new forward this summer. I say reason, there's reasons, but yes, keep it locked here on Stretford Paddock. Make sure you're hitting that like button, commenting, sharing, subscribe as well. Of course, hit that subscribe button, help us try and hit 700k as soon as possible. But also, if you don't know, the 12 days of Paddock are here again around Christmas. We're giving away a PS5. We're giving away loads of different gifts and awards and different prizes away here at Stretford Paddock. And to be in with a chance of winning one, all you have to do is be a member. We start picking the winners the day after Christmas. There's 12 days of winners, and you can be one of those. You could be all of those, to be honest with you, because if you win one, your name doesn't get taken out of the hat for the next one. So you could win all of them. Get hitting that join button, become a member, and you could be very, very lucky this Christmas. But anyway, let's get stuck into the news, like I said. And that breaking news this morning that we got from Fabrizio Romano was that Manchester United are working to bring and appoint Ewan Sharp as new assistant coach and analyst. That was according to Sky Sports' Paul G, said Fabrizio Romano. Former Toronto FC, Sharp will join Man United from Lokomotiv Moscow. Rangnick is on it after Kieran McKenna decided to leave and start his new Ipswich chapter. Kieran McKenna obviously going to Ipswich, finding himself a big move there. There's a lot of money there at Ipswich, and you know, they're a big club. I remember Ipswich Town being a Premier League team, going into the UEFA Cup and all those kind of things. And they're a big club down there. And for him to get that job at such a young age, obviously coming from a big institution like Manchester United, but being the manager and being a coach are two different things. Now, Manchester United have obviously brought in, or are working on bringing in Ewan Sharp. Obviously, he was with Rangnick at Lokomotiv Moscow, where Rangnick came to Manchester United from. And it looks like they'll be reacquainted again as he builds his team. What's interesting is, Rangnick's probably going to leave his position as manager at the end of the season. What happens to these staff members? If Rangnick stays on in a role above a manager, would he be advising us to keep these staff members? Does a new manager come in and bring in his own staff members? Is it weird that we only have these guys for 6 months, or are they definitely going to be staying for longer? If the manager's on a 6-month contract, what kind of contract are they on? That's all interesting to me, but we could be looking at Ewan Sharp coming in at United. I don't know much about him, but if Rangnick's familiar with him, get him in there. Let's see what Rangnick can do with his coaches. So yeah, that one looks like it could be happening very, very soon. Something else that could be happening very, very soon. Now, this morning on Twitter, I saw rumours linking him with Manchester City. I haven't really seen that anywhere. I couldn't find a story. But what I have seen is Anthony Martial is open to a move to Sevilla. And this was in Sky Sports, this was in Spain, this was in various different places yesterday. And they were saying Anthony Martial's preference is to join Sevilla if he leaves Manchester United in the January transfer window. Now, it's likely that that move could be on loan, but it's a move that he is open to. Now, Sevilla, currently second in La Liga, staging a title fight as it stands. Obviously, things could change very, very quickly. And I said this on the kickoff, and I was ridiculed, that a lot of big European clubs would be interested in him. We've also heard Juventus are interested in him. Now we've also heard Newcastle, West Ham, those kind of teams are also interested in Anthony Martial. But Anthony Martial is a talented kid. I say kid, he's not a kid obviously. He's a talented boy who's scored a lot of goals for Manchester United. In his time at Manchester United, only one player scored more than him. And for a player that's been in and out with injury, in and out with a manager at times that didn't like him, that's a pretty good record. Twice he's been top goal scorer of the season for us. But look, we've seen Anthony Martial at his flying best. And that's why it bothers us so much. Because we know what he can do. We know how good he can be. We know some of the goals that he can score. You know, if you were to put out his top 20 goals for Manchester United, there'd be some absolute worldies in there. And be some of the best goals that I've seen at Old Trafford. The guy is, on his day, top quality. We just haven't seen his day consistent enough. Whether that's his fault or, you know, at times coaches. But in the last 2-3 years, he's had opportunities. Yes, he got top goal scorer of the season just 2 seasons ago. But in the last 12-18 months through injury and form, he's not been in the team. You sign Cavani, you sign Ronaldo, you're going to drop down the pecking order. Now, I think a loan move's the one. Because a loan move, he goes away. In my opinion, I think he'd do well at somewhere like Sevilla. He goes away, scores goals potentially. Now, they want to pay more for him. Or, our next Manchester United manager, whether that's Poch, Ten Hag, or if it is Rangnick, could go, actually, he's someone that I want to keep. Because as we hear, moving forward, we go further here, United determined to recruit a forward. Lingard, Mata, Cavani are all set to leave by the summer. Pogba is out of contract. And Martial could leave. Haaland is linked with a move to Man United. Now with Lingard, Mata, Cavani, Pogba, Martial potentially leaving, the likelihood of you getting signings in to replace all of those, very, very unlikely. So if you're playing well in Spain, potentially helping Sevilla get Champions League football challenge for the title, your new manager might want to keep you. You know, we might not be able to get all the replacements that we want in, or we might get a fat fee for him. So I think a loan move's the right one, and I'm not surprised to see decent teams in Spain, in Italy, look at him. Because he's a talented player, and those teams will remember that. Phil Jones has also been linked with a move away from Manchester United to a pretty big club as well. He's been linked with a move to Benfica. Now, apparently he wants to play regularly, which is obvious. I don't think that needs an apparently ahead of it. Don't know why I said that. Benfica apparently want a defender who's flexible. We know Phil Jones can play right back, centre back. And a loan move could be likely. Now, this was in the mail. And obviously Benfica, big club. Is this the kind of team that would be the right move for Phil Jones? Obviously he'd have lovely weather. He'd be in Portugal, be in a much better place than he is now. But the warm weather will probably help in terms of, you know, keeping some of the injuries away. But big move that. Is that the kind of move he needs? There'll be a lot of eyes on him. But if he can get that kind of move, fair play to him. And he's a talented player. Maybe a fresh start is just what he needs. You know, hopefully his injury problems are behind him, because whether he stays at Man United or not, just from a human level, you want to see Phil Jones enjoy a few years of football at the back end of his career. Because it's not been a nice way. Can you imagine that? Being so highly rated. Imagine this was you. Yeah, you come from Blackburn like that. You're so highly rated. Sir Alex Ferguson compares you to Duncan Edwards. People like me running around saying you're going to be the next United and England captain. You know, you're playing for Man United with Rio and Vidic. You're winning Premier Leagues, playing in the Champions League, in Real Madrid and that. Like, the geezer was doing it. And unfortunately, injuries have done him. But hopefully he can get a few good years out of his career, innit? Because it would be sad if he didn't. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing. Keep it locked to Stretford Paddock. Until next time, I've been Adam McCullough. I'm going to get out of here for now. But make sure you let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe. And don't forget, become a member. 12 Days of Paddock coming soon. See you in a bit.